Hi trainers, I'm Teeds, this is Nuts, and today we are going to be doing a tier list, and that is based on how toxic your main is. So, a little disclaimer, this is obviously not speaking about everyone, it's just my opinion based on the games I've played with them. And I would love to know in the comments down below, which Pokemon main do you find to be the most toxic? That being said, I'm not toxic, and I'm a Gengar main, right? And you know, Gengar mains kind of sound a bit toxic. Listen here, you little I think you're a piece of because you trainers are with all your and I would like so yeah, I'm not toxic. Editor, make sure you edit that out to make it look like I was angry. Listen here, you little angel. I think you're a piece of cake because you trainers are sweet as heck with all your support and I would like to hug you as thanks. Okay, let's jump into ranking the most toxic Pokemon in Pokemon Unites. I am excited. All right, so these are my tiers because I'm crying. Everyone is so mean to me. I'm kidding. These are my tiers on my tier list. At the top of the list, AFK sit in base after dying once. There are players who die once within like 30 seconds of the game starting and will AFK in base. Like, wow. They gave up that quickly. Then we have the thanks spammer. They thank you every time you do something wrong. Take a wild Pokemon? Thanks. Let them die when you're nowhere near them? Thanks. The whole team is at Zapdos and they die at top lane to like in a random Ordino? Thanks. There are people that spam the thanks in toxic ways and it's just not fun. Then we have the coin flip. These people, you know, they could be cool, but they also could turn toxic any second. Listen here, you little half of the game you guys are doing fine, you're working well together. Then the second half of the game you lose Dreadnought and then they spam surrender, you know? Just like, this is just those type of players. Sometimes, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but you know, I would suggest to not surrender before Zapdos spawns. Then we have the chill players. These players, they're not exactly wholesome, but they're just doing their thing. They're playing the game, they're trying their best. It's chill, they're just playing. They're going with the flow. And then we have the players who would sacrifice themselves for you. These players will go out of their way to make sure you get your farm, to make sure you don't die. They will always help you, they'll always be there for you, they'll always rotate for you. These are the players that, you know, we need in our lives. And when I say lives, I mean like in IRL, like in real life, not in the game. Okay, let's not project Teeds. All right, let's begin. I would love to hear your opinions on all of these. Just again, this is not meant to offend anyone. This is all for fun. It's just for fun. You know where you sit. I would love to know where you think you sit in this. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. If you are someone that sits in base after dying once, maybe a little bit ashamed. Don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that. Help your team. Play the game. Okay, let's go into it. First up, we have Absol. So, I will have to say, I think Absol is not exactly AFK sit in the base after dying once, but they're kind of a coin flip. And when I say coin flip, it really fits because sometimes they crit you for everything, sometimes they crit you for nothing. Literal coin flip. But I don't think I've actually came across a toxic Absol before, and I used to main Absol and I'm not toxic. Ninetales. Literally chilling. Get it? Because they have freezing abilities. No, seriously though, I think Ninetale players are chill. They're so chill. They either know exactly what they're doing or they don't know what they're doing. That's how many Ninetale players I've got in my game that just did either or. Can confirm I'm the one that doesn't know what they're doing. Blastoise. Blastoise is a coin flip for me. You know, back when Blastoise was OP and everyone was playing it, I would say, yeah, they were pretty toxic, just like, you know, taking everyone out. But Blastoise, it's either they help you or they don't. It's really what happens in my games when I play with a Blastoise. It's a literal coin flip. Greninja. Let's be real. I have seen so many Froakies sitting in base AFK in my ranked games after they die once. They will literally say thanks and then they will AFK in base and they will spam the surrender button. Sometimes they do like this little thing where they walk around in circles and that's the worst. There should be a tier above this because, oh, it hurts. Pikachu. Pikachu is chillin'. I have to say, every time I play with a Pikachu player, they're chillin'. They're just doing their thing. They're just thunderboarding everyone. They are chillin'. Oh my gosh. The holy grail, Blissey. Everyone knows Blissey AFK. I'm kidding. Blissey would sacrifice themselves for you. I would like to give a shout out to Blissey players for the many times you have put my life before yours in Pokemon Unite. Because you do that, I'm able to get the takedowns, secure the objectives. Okay, let's be real. I don't take anyone out. I also don't secure objectives. But like, I probably had a better chance of doing those things. No, but Blissey players, that's for you. Charizard. I would say Charizard. It's between coin flip and chill, but I think most Charizard players I played with are pretty chill. And let me just say this real quick. You either have a Charizard who doesn't know what they're doing and who just runs around as a cute Charmander for like 90% of the game. And like, yes, it's really cute, but come on, I really need you to level up because I need you to help me. Or when the enemy has a Charizard, that Charizard on sight will unite move you every time they see you. Then they will go up in the air, fly around, flames blazing, and just take everyone out with their flamethrower. They're chilling, but it's not their fault they're killing everyone, you know? It's just how Charizard works. Cinderace. Okay, okay. Cinderace mains, don't come after me. I'm not saying all of you are like this, but a lot of the Cinderace players I play with, they're flaming me. It's because he's a fire. Because, you know, Cinderace is a fire type and he's flaming his teammates, you know. Yeah. Cinderace probably in my games is the player that uses their unite move the most at like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. They will use it before Zapdos spawns and they won't have it in time for Zapdos. Or they sit in the bush and they wait. I'm sorry, but I've also met a lot of Cinderace AFKs. They also steal my jungle the most as well. So it really do be pain. But then once in a while you have that Cinderace that is absolute god, you know? But because the things that they're doing to the enemy team or doing to you is still pretty toxic, why can you two-shot me? That's not fair. Next we have Cramorant. Cramorant either is super toxic. Back in the day when they used dive set, I have nightmares about that dive Cramorant who would just keep diving into us and he would take us out. Dive Cramorant was crazy. But I would say Cramorant players are generally pretty chill. They were really strong and they're still pretty good, but just the way they could take you out so quickly before was pretty toxic. Crustle is thanks every time you do something wrong, or is AFK, or is a coin flip. I will put them here because it's between these three. So Crustle players, not only can they just destroy you in like 2 seconds, but sometimes Crustle players, like in solo queue, like these specific ones, are very dedicated to the goal strat. And when it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it really hurts. Like, wow, it didn't work. It would have been nice to have you at Zapdos helping Wilson, you know? But that's the problem. And then when it doesn't work, sometimes they will literally just ignore you and just go for wild Pokemon. I have very visual memories. Decidueye players is a coin flip. I would say Decidueye is probably my favorite attacker at the moment. I love Decidueye. Can confirm I'm toxic. But like when they snipe you from across the map and you think you're safe and you're like, wow, I'm safe from Decidueye. I just pulled the greatest escape. I got out. I have 1 HP left. I'm basically one shot, and then Decidueye's arrow out of nowhere comes flying across, kills you, and then you're like, wow, why do they exist? That really hurts. I don't like that. But when they're in their unite move, if they're on your team, they sacrifice themselves for you. Because they are literally a sitting duck in their unite move. Every time I see Decidueye in their unite move, I'm like, let me attack you real quick. Chasing another low health enemy? Nah. Attacking Decidueye in their unite move when they're uniting? Yeah. Eldegoss players. There's 2 types of Eldegoss players. We have the Eldegoss players that would sacrifice themselves for you, and a majority of Eldegoss players I play with would sacrifice themselves for you. But if you're like me and you play Malge Eldegoss, I'm not saying I don't AFK in base. I don't do that. I never do that. But I am pretty toxic as Eldegoss because I will literally destroy. When Eldegoss got that buff, I destroyed everyone around me. It was doom. Do you guys remember that video I made when I got to master with Eldegoss? That Eldegoss was so strong. I will put Eldegoss in here because I think a majority of Eldegoss players would sacrifice themselves for you. But oh boy, it was scary. Garchomp players. I would say Garchomp players is a coin flip, I think. Oh, this one's hard. I'm not sure. I haven't seen a lot of Garchomp players in my game, but I do see them unite moving a lot and like missing a lot of it because that unite move is just crazy hard to control. And a lot of the Pokemon in this game have mobility to get out of it. I will say though that a lot of Garchomp players are the ones that try to save me when I'm playing in Pokemon Unite. Thank you. That's really sweet. Gardevoir players. I will say Gardevoir players are chill. They're literally chill. They're just powerful and they're chill and they have nothing to be insecure about. I'm kidding. I didn't see them that often until like, you know, after their buffs. I would say they're pretty chill. Gengar mains. Guys, look, I'm a Gengar main. I would sacrifice myself for you by taking them out. I'm kidding. I would say Gengar mains. Oh, this is tricky. So I personally play a lot of Gengar. I think you guys know this. I don't know if you know this, but I play a lot of Gengar. But I haven't seen a lot of Gengar mains until recently. And it's really hard to say. I would say probably pretty toxic. Are they? What are Gengar mains? I don't know. I didn't see them in my games that much until like after their buffs and stuff. So I would say maybe coin flip for now. Greedents. Okay, the things that Greedent does to you is toxic. The things that Greedent can do is toxic. I'm gonna put Greedent here. I just want to put this out there. When I say AFK sit in base, this doesn't mean they're gonna AFK and sit in base after dying once. This just means that they're toxic, either in attitude or in the way that this Pokemon plays. Greedent used to steal Zapdos like it was nothing. Like it was just a daily routine for him. Like it was an errand. It was literally nothing for Greedent. Think about something that you can do in life that you do pretty easily. Okay, so that's a nothing for me. I don't know, but like, I don't know, pressing like your like, I don't know, like drinking water. It's a simple task, right? That's what stealing Zapdos was like for Greedent, or stealing any objective for that matter of fact. Insane. Lucario, toxic for the way he plays. They keep nerfing this Pokemon and he doesn't budge. He doesn't budge. He doesn't move. When he power up punches me, that's pretty toxic. I'm not gonna lie. Machamp. Now Machamp is full of punches, but Machamp is pretty chill. Every time I play with a Machamp player, they're just running around punching things. It's literally brain empty, just punch kind of vibes. Mamoswine, chill. Do you get it? Mamoswine's chillin'. It's either between would sacrifice themselves for you or just chillin'. But because it's funny, I'm gonna put them in chill. Mr. Mime, toxic. Maybe not now, but back when Confusion did literally 95% of your health, that was toxic. That was mean and that wasn't nice. And I don't appreciate dying to Mr. Mime 20 times in one game. Not fair. That's why he got nerfed, because he did so much damage. Slowbro would sacrifice themselves for you, but like they would sacrifice themselves for you without meaning to do it. And also Slowbros are so cute. But if they're on the enemy team, I would like to put them here. On the enemy team, Slowbro players are mean. They unite move you and you just die. Like, why? Why? You can't do anything. You have to just sit there or maybe float in the air and accept your fate. That's what it's like with Slowbro. But I'm gonna put them here because if they were on your team, they really set things up. A really good Slowbro player is Snorlax would sacrifice themselves for you. They would sacrifice themselves for you. Otherwise, if you're fighting a flail Snorlax, then they're toxic. But the blocked Snorlax, I would say, would sacrifice themselves for you. Sylveon is chillin'. Sylveon is just chillin', just doing Sylveon things. Sylveon, you know, has other things to think about. Sylveon mains are thinking about why they're stuck in one direction while using Hyper Voice and why they can't move it, while the enemy team just literally walks around them and they're just like, haha, I'm in danger. Talonflame mains, thanks. They will thank you every time you do something wrong. That's what I think. I think they're just the most toxic. But Talonflames I played have AFK'd in base before and it was rough. I would say Talonflames here. I really want to play some more Talonflame so I can AFK in base. I'm kidding. I really want to play more Talonflame because it's one of the speedsters I haven't really touched. Venusaur. Can I just say, when Venusaur was OP, toxic. And they knew how OP they were. They would literally just run at you, chase you down the map and take you out. They wouldn't stop at nothing. If anyone got in their way, they would also just take them out. That's how toxic Venusaur was. Also, he has poison abilities in his moveset, so... Toxic. We also have Solar Beam Venusaur, where they just kind of sit in the grass and wait. They won't participate in the team fight. They'll wait in the grass for that clip, you know? Wigglytuff. The things that Wigglytuff does to me is toxic. It's between... Look, even when I have a Wigglytuff on my team, just watching them, what they do to the enemy team just feels nasty. It's just sad. I'm just like, oof. I'm so glad this Wigglytuff is on my team because I feel bad for you. Oh my gosh. Zeraora. I would say Zeraora is a thanks, and he would also steal your jungle. Oh man. Like I said, this is not meant to offend anyone. This is just for the fun and jokes. When I see these Pokemon, I don't think these things. I'm making my brain think these things. Serena. Serena is, I would say, a thanks or maybe a coin flip. I would say between the thanks or the coin flip. I haven't came across like a ton of toxic Serenas, but I have came across more than I would like compared to like other Pokemon. I would say before they evolve into Serena, so the 2 evolutions before, they're fine, they're wholesome. Once they turn into Serena, they're pretty mean. Dragonite. Ooh, I don't know. I haven't seen Dragonite in a while. Maybe we put Dragonite in... I think Dragonites are just chilling. I think they're just doing their own thing. They're just chilling. They're just wiggling around as a noodle, I reckon. Aegislash. I would say Aegislash is also just chilling. Aegislash. Well, I did come across an Aegislash that stole jungle from me that one time, but I won't put them in the coin flip because of that. I would say Aegislash is just chilling. Duraludon. I would say Duraludon is also just chilling. I haven't been BM'd by a Duraludon. If anything, they kind of just taking the whole enemy team out and not worrying about anything because life is just easy for them. Then we have Hoopa. Hoopa would sacrifice themselves for you. The things that Hoopa does to set stuff up for you is insane. Thank you, Hoopa players. Trevenant. I would say Trevenant players also sacrifice themselves for you as well. I've noticed that a lot of Trevenant players I play with will try their hardest to push the enemy away from me, and it's super sweet. Azumarill, I would say it's a coin flip, but I understand because it's a struggle. Sometimes it's a struggle to play Azumarill because of the current meta and because some of its moves are just not very strong. But Azumarill, I would say it's a coin flip. I've had my fair share of both sides, but I don't really see Azumarill players that much anymore. Okay, so that is my ranking every Pokemon based on how toxic they are. Tier list. This is just all for fun. And if you're not one of the people that fall into this category, because look, Gengar's a coin flip, but when I play Gengar, I'm up here as a Gengar main. No, I'm kidding. Try to have fun in the game. Try to be wholesome. Let's all strive to be blissy players. Maybe not sacrifice yourselves all the time, because if you're a role that can't really do that, maybe don't do that. But I had a lot of fun making this. It was really fun. What kind of other weird tier lists would you like to see? I'd love to make some more. Let me know in the comments down below, which Pokemon do you think is the most toxic and which Pokemon do you think is the most wholesome? I'd love to know your answers in the comments down below. Okay, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!